Good evening. Thanks for enduring. Sorry, Chair Rowley, that we're 45 minutes late. My name is Juanita Vero, and I'll talk really fast. Thank you for the opportunity to comment. I'm from Greeno in the Blackfoot Valley. I'm also on the Open Lands Committee with the State Board of Montana Conservation Voters. And I'm also a supporter of CFAC and Five Valleys Land Trust and the Nature Conservancy, which carry conservation easements on my family's ranch. But tonight I'm speaking on behalf of just myself. I have much love and respect and admiration for Missoula County. And I thank the Planning Board and staff for bravely, tirelessly working on this proposal for the last 5 years. And I'm sort of wearing my heart on my sleeve here right now because it hurts when I see small urban farmers being pitted against traditional ranchers, traditional rural ranchers. And my friends and mentors are at odds with each other over something most of us agree upon, the importance of agricultural land, soil, and production operations. One could say, enough with the platitudes, Juanita, this is life, like it's not all unicorns and rainbows. So to follow with that clunky metaphor, I'd push back and say unicorns are not real, but rainbows are, and there is a way to protect ag land in Missoula County. However, the tools that work for protecting agricultural acreage out where I live, for example, may not be appropriate for areas closer to Missoula. Conversely, what could work in Missoula planning region may not or could be detrimental to conserving a rural way of life in other planning regions. I also think it's incomplete to say that our commissioners have not worked hard or thought deeply about how to protect agriculture, just as it's kind of incomplete to say that this policy would for sure devalue land. While frustrating and confounding, my understanding of appraisers' muddy truth is that it really depends on where the land is in Missoula County and ultimately what the market dictates. Why do we even need a policy? A lot of work has been done to accomplish through, or a lot of work has been accomplished through voluntary conservation, but what happens if that isn't an option for someone? Traditional land trusts, as we've heard, aren't designed for dealing with those smaller acreages. And what happens in the next cycle of decision makers if they don't value conservation the way the current cycle does? Or if our state legislature overturns the requirement to consider the impacts to agriculture during subdivision review? Where's the predictability for developers? What are the incentives for thoughtful design? How can we better incentivize producers to stay in agriculture? And how do we protect precious soil? And how, at the local level, do we address food security in the face of climate change? There's wonderful examples, it's probably heard all around the country, developing with developments celebrating working farms. Granted, vegetables are quieter than calves being weaned, but you get my point. There are ways to crack this proverbial nut. The Planning Board's policy addresses these issues. I can also accept that it may be determined that it falls short. I can see how years of work on this proposal and it not being passed could feel like a discrediting slap in the face, but I hope the energy and the angst created by this policy proposal will be used to find a solution that also includes unlikely partners and fits a unique, diverse Missoula County. Back to rainbows again. Stars may be aligning in ways that hadn't been aligned before, and as ridiculous as it sounds, solutions such as zoning or another bond may be worth exploring. Thanks.